Good evening, basketball fans. Alan Hancock. Good evening, basketball fans. Alan Hancock College welcomes you to tonight's broadcast as your Bulldogs get ready to take on the Ventura College Pirates. My name is Gregory Virch, and I am joined tonight by not only the Hancock College Athletic Director, but also a former college basketball player and coach at the JUCO D2 and D1 level, Ms. Kim Ensing.
Well, Greg, thanks for having me.
It's quite an honor. I can't wait for your insights tonight. We'll be talking NBA level stuff here.
Let's just remember that I have not had my coaching hat on in over 16 years, and my administrative perspective might take over from time to time.
Well, coaching administration, it's still about barking out orders and telling people what to do. So, all right. Well, let's take a look at tonight's matchup here, starting with our Bulldogs. The girls, 11-10, just above 500, but they are on a two-game winning streak, 4-6 at home. Leading scorer, freshman Kaylee Robertson-Mack at about 16.6 points per game. She is going to form a dynamic duo with this team. Robertson-Mack at 16.6 a game and 10.4 rebounds. So our freshman with the double-double. Matching that, India Dowling Green coming in at 12.7 points per game and 8.6 rebounds per game. For Ventura, they a little bit better, record of 13-7. They're also on a two-game winning streak. 1-2 away. Their top player, also with a double-double, Alexa Coble, just over 16 points per game and 11 rebounds. They also sport two excellent defensive guards in Sam McKenzie and Daphne LeBrun, who get about 2 steals per game. Spoke with head coach Dana Smith about keys to the game, and this is where we're going to get the amazing insight of Kim. First off, she said the dynamic duo of Robertson-Mack and India Dowling Green, we have to create opportunities for them to impact the game. Kim, very simply put, as a former coach, how would you game plan when you have two dominant players down low?
Well, I'd find ways to isolate them on one side of the floor. That works well when you've got that kind of dynamic duo going. It creates a lot of problems for the defense.
Right.
And then, it takes all five. The whole team has to buy into getting those players the ball and being willing to, do what they can to create those isolation and those options.
Absolutely correct. And India Dowling Green and Kaylee Robertson-Mack are absolutely dynamic in the way they move, the way they shoot, the way they pass. Coach Smith was adamant that they are both selfless players and they have a great team dynamic, so that's an excellent take. Next up, create opportunities for Kaylee Robertson-Mack to score. If it's your leading scorer, even the defense is going to know that everything runs through them. As a freshman, Coach Smith said that she puts a lot on her plate and demands a lot of her. Could you kind of guide us on basically what are some of the demands of a freshman college basketball and being the leading scorer?
Well, when you're willing or when you're able to have put up those kind of numbers, you've got a certain amount of confidence. And so she's been willing to step on the floor and make an immediate impact. She's got the respect of her teammates. And I think, her freshman year ended after those first two games.
Exactly right.
I mean, I think we're looking at the kind of a player who looks more like a sophomore. She is amazing to watch. She's a dominating factor. And we're looking forward to good things from her.
Absolutely. She has Division I capability written all over. And I thought you made a great point. There are no more rookies at this point in the season.
Yeah.
And the last one, very simply put, win the turnover battle. Two of Ventura College guards, as we said, average about 2 steals a game. They create tremendous pressure. Coach Smith was adamant in practice that Giselle Calderon, Mallory Branham, Cheyenne Attell are starting guards. They must see the pass first and not just pass out of habit. Can you explain that for the audience?
Yeah, so this team, we've been plagued with what's called unforced turnovers. Let's just move the ball around and make an assumption that our teammate is where we think they're supposed to be. They need to be careful with the ball. They need to take every possession seriously. And, sometimes when the offense isn't flowing just like you want it, you get a little anxious and you start throwing the ball places. Next thing you know, you've got way too many turnovers. And I think that is the Achilles heel of our Allen Hancock women's basketball team. If they can maintain a control over their turnovers, I think they have a very good chance of finishing the season very well.
Excellent point made. And often you can find, too, from your coaching time, when you went over plays in practice constantly and you said the ball goes here and here and here, and the girls, just, or even just anybody, they just expect that's going to always be open. That's not always the case because the other team is playing the game, too.
Well, yeah, you have to read the defense.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Well, Bulldog supporters, Kim and I are going to return in just a few moments to give you the starting lineups and then get you set for tip-off in this exciting conference matchup. All right, now we're back in action for the starting lineup for the Ventura College Pirates. Number 4, Sam McKenzie. Number 12, Daphne LeBrun. Number 22, Alexis Howery. Number 23, Tiernan Phillips. And number 44, Alexa Coble. And now the lights are off. It's time for the starting lineup for your Allen Hancock College Bulldogs. Stepping out in the court right now, number 1, India Dowling Green. And then number 3, Mallory Branham. Then our long-range sharpshooter, number 5, Cheyenne Attell. Then our star freshman leading scorer, number 11, Kaylee Robertson Mack. And then finally, our point guard, number 23, Giselle Calderon. Stepping out for the tip. Kim, would it be very common, did you, in your coaching days, did you often have a play set up for the tip, or you just kind of let them just go?
We always tried to get the tip and then not turn the ball over afterwards.
Dynamite coaching, Kim.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea. I love it. All right, crossover dribble by number 12, and down low. All kinds of power underneath by number 44, Alexa Coble, their star player. Mallory Branham over to Kaylee Robertson-Mack at the elbow. Oh, beautiful pass. Oh, Robertson-Mack just a little bit late there trying to get it down to Branham.
Turnovers.
Once again, you hit it exactly right.
The one thing I can appreciate about this team is they have dug themselves out of deficits, and I think they've got a lot of resilience no matter how the game starts.
Definitely. Got to know how to fight in this game. The flows of basketball. Ooh. Little battle down low. You don't want to mess with India Dowling Green. She's tough. Jump ball, and it's going to go to the Bulldogs. And they're going to mix it up a little bit today. Mallory Branham's going to bring the ball up. Giselle Calderon is going to step more over to the shooting guard position. Ventura coming out man-to-man, handoff to Branham. Excellent pass from Branham to India Dowling Green. Back out for three. Branham passes it up. And we're going to get tied up. Kind of a little bit of confusion, a little bit of clunkiness to start out for Hancock.
I would say so. They'll get their rhythm here in the first quarter.
Do you think it's the nerves? Coach Dana Smith dressing so amazingly, kind of throwing him off a little bit?
Well, anytime there's a Hancock-Ventura matchup, it means something to Hancock.
Absolutely.
Ventura women's basketball has had a great program for years, and it's just been in recent years where we've been able to get the W against them.
Oh! India Dowling Green misses on the layup. Sam McKenzie going to drive it back up the court. She's going to get to the rack, and she's going to score the bucket. One-handed runner. Hancock gets down 4-0 pretty quickly. Mallory Branham gets it right back up the court. Picks up the dribble. Robertson-Mack at the elbow one more time. Does she want to take the jump shot? Back out to Giselle Calderon. As you know, Calderon, Robertson-Mack both attended Orchid Academy. Mallory Branham, big rebound. You can't bring it down like that. Pushing it up the court, Daphne LeBrun. Get to the right side. Down low to Alexa Coble, their top player. Fadeaway jumper, bank shot, and missed.
Yeah, this Hancock team, we've definitely started out flat here in the first couple minutes of play.
Would you suggest possibly fronting Alexa Coble, someone who gets double-double? She definitely has a size advantage on Kaylee Robertson-Mack.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It depends on what you have defensively on your backside. If you've got somebody on the backside who's looking to help, then I think that works.
Right. With our team, especially with India Dowling Green protecting you, it might be something you want to take. Elbow jumper is missed. Rebound, Robertson-Mack hands it off to Branham. She'll bring it up the court. Hancock still without any points. Deep pass into the corners to Calderon. That's going to be a tough matchup for India Dowling Green down low to back up Alexa Coble. There we go. There's a better matchup. Robertson-Mack, pump fake, free throw jumper, no good. Gets her own rebound. They're going to reset. Smart play. Pick and roll, Cheyenne gets to the rack and gets the bucket. Outstanding play by Cheyenne, but Ventura College pushes it right up the court. Pass down low to Coble, squares up and goes up and under.
We got to move our feet on defense. You just kind of let her go by there.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. She's afraid of getting a foul, possibly.
Well, that could be.
Yep,
it's early in the game.
Trying to play it safe. Oh, beautiful give and go down to Calderon. Calderon whips it out to Robertson-Mack. She seems a little hesitant to take that shot. It's kind of surprising for someone getting about 16 a game. You got to let it fly. Rebound, Coble off the missed shot by Dowling Green. Bullet pass up to Sam McKenzie, who was going to lay it in for the bucket. And Ventura College gets up quick, 8-2. Brandon passes to the top of the key. Oh, beautiful handoff by Dallin Green.
Nice job.
The Hancock College football team love to run the ball this year. Ran it 60 times a game. They must have rubbed off on Coach.
It's spreading through our department.
Yes, Coach Dana Smith must have been in a few football games watching that.
She actually played football at once in her athletic career.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She played on a team out of Las Vegas.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Running back, receiver, quarterback. Do you know what position she played?
No.
Okay, she just did everything.
She was on the team.
Okay, gotcha. That's awesome. All right, Dallin Green gets it knocked away by Coble. This is definitely something where India Dallin Green or Kaylee Robertson-Mack could have the advantage if they could pull Coble out to the outside since they are playing man-to-man. Hopefully Coach Dana Smith might try to make that happen.
I think India has a great opportunity to, well, her defender is she coming off the floor? Now, India has a great opportunity to get the ball to the hole versus that defender.
Absolutely.
She's got a lot of speed.
Correct. If Coble's obviously got the size, we got to use what we have. Still maintaining man-to-man, down 8-4, 5 minutes. All right, because Calderon's going to bring it up. Back and taking the point. Driving right, pick and roll against Robertson-Mack. Nice pass to the corner, Shinatel. Crossover, gets to the rack. Man misses the layup. And it's going to be rebounded by Coble. Coble down to Daphne LeBrun. LeBrun from way downtown. It's going to be missed. Rebound. Going to go to Dallin Green. Drive it up the court. Back to Calderon. Step up. Three-point shot. And it's going to be missed. Rebound by number 23, Tiernan Phillips. Daphne LeBrun will then take the ball and bring it up. Back across. And they are clearing out the entire right side. They're going pick and roll. Alexa Coble is going to take the jump shot.
All right, I think we need to take advantage of that.
Yes. Obviously, if we can play a little bit tougher defense, push Coble out. She's shown to obviously air ball in the first one.
No.
All right, out of bounds play. Maggie Perez now coming in. Tell, corner pass to Dallin Green. Beautiful spin move, fadeaway jumper, and it's missed. Rebound made by Alexa Coble. Passes it up to Daphne LeBrun. LeBrun hits it up to Sam McKenzie. Kind of a wayward pass. Ventura keeps control.
Tell you what, Ventura does a good job of spreading the floor.
Absolutely. This seemed very well organized. Obviously, at 13-7, you're going to be pretty good. Jump shot is missed. Rebound by Cheyenne Attell. Love to see them push it a little bit, match them speed for speed. We have the people out there to move fast. Dallin Green, and it's an and one for India. Dallin Green. Outstanding job by her. Twin Towers, her and Robertson-Mack, excellent job so far.
She's done some really good things this year, taking the ball to the hole. She is probably my number one choice to put the ball in her hands and get it all the way to the rack.
Absolutely, just screams athleticism. Out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. Wouldn't surprise me if India Dallin Green played about 4 sports in high school or something like that. Looks like she could do almost anything she wants.
Well, I'm hoping she runs for our track team.
That would be amazing, yes. All right, rebound off the miss. Ventura College takes it. Daphne LeBrun drive and kick. Up to Alexa Coble. Coble over to LeBrun. LeBrun drives the lane right by Cheyenne Attell. Missed, and it's going to be picked up by Ventura.
That's that help side defense I was talking about earlier. We seem to lack some recognition on the weak side.
Missing a little bit of that fire. Oh, dang. Oh, luckily we missed it. Kaylee Robertson-Mack on the rebound. Giselle Calderon gets it. Push, 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 Giselle. Nice pass to the microwave. Maggie Perez, the star six-man.
That was great transition.
Beautiful job.
They turned poor defense into 2 points.
Absolutely. That's what we need to make it up, and that ties up the score at 8-8. And another miss. Kayla Robertson's defense was excellent. Push up to Shina Tell. Tell wanted Maggie Perez. Perez is our big-time spot-up shooter off the bench. She is calling for it. You can see those hands waving. Swinging around to Calderon. We're going to get another pick and roll. Stockton to Malone kind of vibe. Beautiful job. And it's good. Calderon to Mack, even better than Stockton to Malone.
She did a great job gathering and powering it up.
I'd like to see more of that. They definitely got the athleticism with those two. And the Bulldogs take their first lead of the game. LeBron drives, runs over Cheyenne Tell. Swing it to the wing. Coble calling for the ball down low. This is exactly where Ventura College wants to be. And it's going to be, almost stolen. Jump shot, no good. It's going to get rebounded by the Pirates. 3 ball from the outside, and it's going to be banked in by number 11, Elena Ferrara. And Ventura College Pirates take the lead back. Calderon brings it back up. Are we going to see a replay of the pick and roll? Robertson at the elbow. Now she's going to let it fly. And it's missed. Rebound, Daphne LeBrun. LeBrun gets a nice pick. Spin move in the lane. Missed. Rebound, Alexa Coble. And the bucket. So it's an and one for Coble.
You know, Giselle did a really good job of stopping the forward progress of that ball. We just need to grab those rebounds.
Absolutely. You're might have to put 1 or 2 bodies on her. Coming into the game, number 30, Phoebe Becerra. And Coble's going to finish off a 3-point play. 14-10, coming up on 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Maggie Perez gets it on the wing. Pick and roll to Dowling Green, and no good, just short. Out of bounds, it's going to stay with the Pirates.
Actually, we got the Bulldog ball.
Oh, it's Pirates, excuse me. Bulldog ball. Swing, bad pass by Mallory Brandon, gets picked off. Maggie Perez one-on-one, and she's going to end up fouling number 11, Elena Ferrara. 24 seconds left in the quarter, only down by 4, and we're letting up a little bit here as the quarter ends. Would you, as Coach Smith, would you maybe try to call a timeout to try to get any advantage before the end of the quarter, or would you let it ride out?
I think with 24 seconds left in the first quarter, I think letting it ride is the way to go.
Okay.
I mean, Phoebe's just on the floor. I think they need to hang on and ride it out for their end of the first quarter.
All right. I'm going to listen to you, Coach. My basketball skill went to high school and playing NBA Live 95 on Sega Genesis, so I'm going to leave it up to you. All right, Mallory Branham takes it. 22 seconds left. End up the Dowling Green. They give her the option, and they're going to tie it up. Ball's going to stay down here with the Bulldogs. Bulldogs don't seem to be completely set. Calderon steps back for 3. Bang! Giselle Calderon steps up.
Let me tell you, when she finds her rhythm, there is no stopping her.
She's an amazing scorer. No doubt about it. 3 seconds to go.
We need a defensive stop right here.
Wow! What a shot by Elena Ferrara. Ferrara hits a bank shot 3 and then a last second 2. So she gets about 5 points out of this. Hopefully this doesn't come down to it in the end of the game like this.
Well, I believe it's gonna, because as you can see in this first quarter, I think the tone is set. I think we're gonna fight through the difficulties and we're gonna give this team a run for their money. And Ventura's not going to just lay down and go away.
Absolutely not. They were ahead. We came back and got a little lead. They came back on us. All right, folks, we're going to step away for just a moment, and then we'll come right back for the start of the second quarter. All right, and we're back in action. Ventura is going to take the ball to start the second quarter, up 18-13. Daphne LeBrun, crossover. I'm surprised she didn't take that to the hole. I think she made a mistake there. Kicks it out top. Passes over to the wing to Sam McKenzie. She lets it fly for three, and it's going to be missed. Rebound, Mallory Branham. Kicks it up to Calderon. It's going to get picked off. Drive to the lane.
That's a good effort from India, hustling back on defense to break up that fast break.
Excellent job by India Dowling Green. I also have to think we got a little bit lucky there. Ventura College, I think, overpassed about 2 times, cost themselves some points. And they're going to pass out to Tiernan Phillips, handing off to Sam McKenzie. McKenzie drives hard to the lane. Outstanding defense by Calderon. Maybe we could see if Sam McKenzie wants to come to Hancock College for track. She got some serious speed as she drove down that lane.
Well, that would be a recruiting violation.
That is true. I did not say that. Someone else must have caught in here. Mallory Branham drives to the hole, or brings it up the court, hands off to Calderon. Maggie Perez gets the pick and roll. Mallory Branham from downtown.
Okay.
Bang! Mallory Branham for the second 3 of the game for the Bulldogs.
That offensive set, they had a really good rhythm, and it worked out for them.
Coach Smith absolutely must have done a great job during the break, resetting certain things, getting things open for her. And it's no good. Tries to put a little English on it. Dowling Green showing off that speed. Calderon in the corner. Mallory Branham again, and it's going to be missed. And it's Phoebe Becerra with the big-time rebound, and it's going to get knocked out. Stay with the Bulldogs. Dowling Green will take it off the inbounds, kicks it out to Perez. Perez round to Branham. Slowing down the pace just a little bit, only down by 2. Ran him to the hole, and she's going to get blocked by Tiernan Phillips. Back up the court to McKenzie. McKenzie driving that lane. She is as strong as it gets with that right hand. She's been doing it all night. Branham crossing over, top of the key once again. Hand off at the elbow. Nice pass outside. Dowling Green fakes, and they're going to get her with the travel.
Well, I haven't seen Ventura score too many points from the perimeter. I'd almost like to see our defense kind of pack it in because they are getting a bunch of layups against the Bulldogs.
And just as you said it, exactly right. Mallory Branham is going to foul Alexa Coble going up for the shot. Especially someone who's getting a double-double like that, you got to make them earn every single point. They're going to bring out Calderon and Phoebe Becerra. They're going to bring in Cheyenne Attell and Kaylee Robertson Mack. 2 shots for Alexa Coble. Do you like the pace of the game so far, Kim, for us? I mean, we're only down by 5. Is this, as you've seen, have you watched many Hancock games this year? What do you think is the best style for us so far?
Well, I feel like we're doing a good job competing other than coming out flat. I think this is a safe pace. I wish we'd do a little bit better job against, defensively against their drives.
Right. Do you think it's still early in the game to possibly double team Coble? Is that something, would you go to that early in the game?
I mean, to me, it's just a lack of awareness on the weak side of the floor as to step up and help. I don't think she's doing a whole lot to create her own shots.
Correct.
She's just getting to the hole.
Right. You got to give it a lot to the coach of Ventura College for really setting up these plays to get her the ball and manufacture these points. Beautiful pass by Calderon, and it's missed by Robertson Mack. Shinatel gets the rebound. Back out to Dowling Green. You got Mallory Branham begging for the ball on the backside. Steps up for 3. It's going to be short, and it's going to be rebounded by Leslie Salazar, but knocked away by Giselle Calderon. Mallory Branham was all alone in that corner, about 5 feet of space all around her, begging for that ball.
Sometimes that's the hardest shot to make.
Yes, exactly right. McKenzie tries the crossover. Jump shot is good. Although, as we've learned more and more in the NBA and professional basketball today, probably the worst shot you can take in basketball is just inside the three-point line. That's where Michael Jordan used to live. Calderon on the miss. Rebound, Daphne LeBrun. LeBrun over to Sam McKenzie. McKenzie, there she goes again. Right-handed drive, kicks it outside to Tiernan Phillips. Phillips with a jump shot, and it's good. Now it's time for the timeout.
Yep. That is a very timely timeout. It's time to talk about their defense. It's time to talk about their composure on offense. That's an excellent choice in terms of timeouts.
All right, we will step away for a minute. 26-16, Bulldogs down with 6:26 left to go in the first half. And we're back in action. Mallory Branham runs the point. Dishes over to Maggie Perez. Perez pick and roll with Kaylee Robertson-Mack. Swinging on the outside. Branham for 3. Coach Smith seems to be feeling comfortable setting up plays for Mallory Branham tonight. She's made 1 3. Calderon's going to step in there, swipe it away, knock it out of bounds. If you were Coach Dana Smith at that timeout, what are you saying, Kim? Are you getting angry? Are we going nice? What's your game plan?
I feel like you need to up the effort on defense. Certainly the frustration in a timeout is you need to do a better job on defense. The missed shots are going to happen. That's going to come in time. They're going to fall eventually. But what you can control is your effort on defense, and frankly, the Bulldogs are lacking in that department.
Absolutely right. On that play, Shinatel get caught with a foul. That puts Leslie Salazar at the line, and she'll miss her first. Did you ever find what times did you feel was time to really get after it, get nasty during a timeout? When was the time to be nice and sweet and calm? Anything that ever guided you along, or just how you felt in that moment?
Well, I coached with my emotions, and I don't necessarily think that's always the best way to go. Because, you're dealing with female athletes, and sometimes they respond and sometimes they don't.
And that's a beautiful pick and roll. Maggie Perez down to Robertson Mack as she fills it up. LeBron crossover drives. Whoa. There we go. Daphne LeBron get caught with the travel.
Let's hope we can take advantage of that.
Got to. I'd love to see maybe Maggie Perez take a 3 here. Something noticing, too, as we do these pick and rolls, the team is not quite using the pick as well as they absolutely could be. It could be a devastating play.
Yeah, and, on the other end of the floor, Ventura uses their screens very well.
Absolutely. You can tell they really practice it hard. LeBron drives to lane, and it's going to be knocked away. Rebound off the backboard by Kaylee Robertson. Cheyenne Attell steps up. Beautiful pass.
Excellent look.
Cheyenne Attell.
We just really need to put some things together defensively.
And now it swings. The pendulum swings towards Ventura taking a timeout here. I remember Cheyenne Attell very much at Orchid Academy, watching her, Giselle, and Kaylee Robertson all play. Cheyenne was a monster scorer from the outside, a shooter, but she's definitely shown the great ability to pass in the last few games that I've seen.
Yeah, she's a team player. She gets her teammates involved, and she's not afraid to take the shot. She doesn't force it. I think she's got a good sense for the game.
Absolutely. There are times I saw her play at Orchid Academy where I'm not kidding you. She was shooting shots from the S on the Bulldogs, right on the baseline here. And I was just like, oh, my goodness. She had what they would call the green light at Orchid Academy. But excellent job by Cheyenne Attell. 27-20, Ventura College now calls their timeout. What would you think their coach is saying to them? We had this lead, we're just losing it, wake up?
Well,
Simple
yeah,
as that.
I mean, I think we've busted their momentum. We've taken advantage. We've gotten lucky. Our defense has been slacking, but we've gotten lucky on the offensive side of the floor, and we score several times in a row. He needs to regroup his defense as well.
Absolutely correct. For as good as Ventura College is, they've missed a bunch of layups, a bunch of shots, so we are pretty fortunate. But also, too, we are forcing them into some of those bad shots. Daphne LeBrun's going to take over the point guard.
Now we got a little bit of a defensive different look here.
And it really didn't work. Alexa Coble is going to use a spin move down low, one-handed hook, kind of mini hook shot. Dallin Green, love to see her square up. I don't know if her low post back to the basket game is worthy of Kevin McHale, but
Kevin McHale.
Yes, we would love to have that. Giselle Calderon's going to drive to lane, and she's going to get fouled. Especially in this day and age now, Kim, with sort of positionless basketball, this is definitely not like it was maybe, in the days of the Celtics and the Lakers, and when you're backing down the opponent. Do you see a lot of that in practices, boys, girls, where they're really working on low post back to the basket moves?
They work that, but anymore nowadays. Like I'll go ahead and quote Tara Vanderveer, Stanford University head women's basketball coach for years. I mean, even she talks about how traditionally your 5 player is the person you put in the paint back to the basket, but now there's an advantage to those kids having perimeter skills.
Right.
There's a very great player at the University of Utah who is dominating at the 3-point line, and she's a big man.
The game has totally changed. You would think maybe early 90s, like somebody like a Kevin Durant, they would never be playing from behind the arc. Now you can't be low post anymore. You have to have that dynamic skill set playing both sides. 3 ball is good by Ventura. They go up by 10 now with 3:58 left in the first half. Cheyenne Attell passes to the corner, Calderon, beautiful pass, cross court, back to Tell. Maggie Perez gets to the lane, and it's missed. Almost an excellent athletic play. Kick it up to Daphne LeBrun. LeBrun over the top to Tiernan Phillips, and it's going to be missed. Have to think Dallin Green kind of forced that mistake.
But she's surprised me before. I've thought that before as she's taken the ball to the hole, and she has surprised me several times.
Yeah.
But finishing just the –
Oh,
player down.
And it's an advantage. It's 4 on 5. Missed chance there. Ball's going to stay with the Bulldogs. In a given game, Kim, how many out-of-bounds plays would you come into a game with?
Well, you definitely need one that works.
Dynamite call, Kim. And Robertson's going to miss on the jumper.
I used to have fun chalking up out of bounds plays, even on the fly.
And the bucket is
boy.
good by Tiernan Phillips, left-handed runner.
If I'm Coach Smith at halftime, I am really breaking down their defensive effort. I know she's tried to make some adjustments, and that's apparent. But these guys have got to have a bigger heart to want to stop someone.
Yes, absolutely correct. Defense at the end of the day, sure, it's great if you're 6'8", 220 pounds, but it really does come down to effort at the very core of everything. Kind of a sloppy pass there by Calderon.
I think some of the best out of bounds plays is you've got to utilize the screens.
Three-pointer is missed by Maggie Perez. Big time rebound by Kaylee Robertson. Back out to Calderon. Love to see the two-man game. Here they go. And it's going to be missed. Almost an and one for Robertson Mack.
A lot of the defense collapsed on her.
Yes, I was kind of surprised Calderon threw that. As we talked about earlier, seeing the pass first, not just letting it go because that's what the play calls for. I almost would have liked to have seen Calderon fake that and just take that three and see
maybe
what she can do.
Pull it out and pop it.
Absolutely. She has that ability. Calderon was a big-time scorer at Orchid Academy. And the first free throw is good.
Well, and this game is by no means out of reach.
Oh, no, long way to go. Absolutely right. And Robertson for the final free throw. Going to come up short. Rebound by Phillips out to LeBrun. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left in the first half. And Cheyenne Attell gets smoked by Sam McKenzie.
That weak side defense, I mean, Giselle kind of just parked over there and didn't come to help.
It's one of those things that kind of gets stuck. I don't know if Cheyenne Attell is fast enough to handle somebody like Sam McKenzie. This is where you want to maybe put India Dowling Green on her, but then the question is who handles Alexa Coble. Spin move by Robertson Mack is missed. Calderon gets it, kicks it back out to Perez, reset, back to Tell. Ball is tipped and stays with the Bulldogs. All right, different look here now. We're going to spread them out. Pass to Dowling Green. Poor pass, and it's going to get stolen by Elena Farrar. Farrar puts it up and is going to get fouled on the jump shot. Oh, they're not going to call it. So turnover by Ventura, hands off to Calderon. Just under 2 minutes left, down by 13.
We've got to find a way to get some momentum here in the last 2 minutes of the first half. We need to take care of the ball and get a couple of defensive stops so we can go in at halftime and regroup.
This crowd is begging for it, too. It's Hometown Heroes Night. There's a lot of people here at this game. If we could just get a couple of points here, I think the crowd would be worth a few points extra. Pick and roll. Branham rolls to Robertson Mack, and it's up and no good. McKenzie driving down the middle, pulls back out. Going left.
Weak side, no weak side help.
I hate to say, but we just have not found someone who can handle Sam McKenzie one-on-one from the top of the key, because that's pretty much her game. She picks a side and just drives hard. It's just pure athleticism. Branham goes to the hole and gets blocked from the backside by McKenzie. And LeBrun will rebound. Crossing half court, coming up on 1 minute to go. Ventura College leading by 15. Coble down low, looks to pass. McKenzie, Coble playing the two-man game, and there it is. Spin move, and the bucket is good. Starting to feel with 45 seconds, though, it's starting to feel like it's getting lost. We're losing control of this game just a little bit, especially before the half. We don't want to get down too much more. Perez swings it over to Calderon. Down low to Robertson Mack. Square up to her. Kaylee Robertson. There you go. That's been waiting all night long. Kaylee's back to the basket game is something that's definitely going to have to be developed as a freshman, but she can score up and use her speed. 12 seconds. LeBrun drives to the lane. India Dowling Green switches over there just a little bit late to cut them off. Mallory Branham coming up with 2 seconds left. Three ball, no good. And that's going to do it for the first half here at Hancock College. Ventura College up 42-25. Kim, your initial thoughts before you head into halftime. Put me in.
Well,
if you are Coach Dana Smith, what are you going to say
well,
here?
I mean, as the coach, I would be super frustrated. I will say, though, we saw something similar when we hosted Cuesta a couple games back. We dug ourselves a hole in the first half. We let Cuesta just abuse us from the three-point line. And tonight the story is we're letting them drive on us with no help side defense. We're a little scatterbrained on offense. They just need to go back and be reminded of the kind of team they are, because they are definitely more talented than some of this what we're seeing here. I think at halftime it'll be important for the coach to emphasize that help side defense and to just make some smarter decisions on offense. And like I said before we started, our Achilles heel is turnovers.
Absolutely.
And I think we saw that here in the first half.
And you, obviously, Coach Dana Smith played for you. What kind of speech do you expect her to give, knowing her as a person? Is she fiery? Is she calmer in these situations? What would you expect from her?
I haven't gone in the locker room to witness. I mean, I feel
guess
like
maybe knowing her as just a player when you coached her.
So she knows the game. She's very smart with the game. I think she knows her players, and I think she's gonna do what she needs to do to get the most out of them. And sometimes as a coach, that could mean screaming and yelling, and sometimes it's just kind of putting it on them and say, you're gonna have to decide to come out and do something different.
Absolutely, you got to know. You got to know your team. All right, we're going to step aside here for the end of halftime with the score 42-25, and we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. With about 3 minutes left to go in halftime, the Bulldogs, as we said, down 42-25. As you're seeing on the court right now, Hometown Heroes Night here at the gym, so we're honoring local veterans.
Well, and current officers.
Officers.
Shelby Scott did a great job putting this event together. This is our first Hometown Hero event, and she put a lot of effort into it, and we got the support of our president, Dr. Walters. And we can't thank our hometown heroes enough for the service they have provided.
Absolutely, and especially with Vandenberg being so close to this area, the military is a huge part of the Santa Maria area. And I also can attest to Shelby Scott being so amazing at her job. She is awesome at organizing football as well as basketball. I would
organizing everything.
That's right. I do not want that job. As a school teacher, I'm good with 35 people. I couldn't imagine thousands. So we'd also like to get a little bit to a review of the first half. Going through the statistics, can we see Hancock? One of the keys to the game was not forcing turnovers or not having turnovers. 10 in the first half. Ventura College also has 8 steals, equals basically trouble.
Right. Well, and they capitalize it. Points off of turnovers. Ventura has 6 points off of turnovers, but it doesn't feel like 6 points is a lot. But when you consider a turnover, what it does to the momentum of a game, I mean, that's what creates havoc, is you just lose momentum. And then on the defensive side of the floor, and I mean, I'm going to say it again, our lack of recognition on weak side help is got to get better. Because, yes, I give it to Ventura. They're talented. They do a good job of powering the ball to the hole, but they only have to worry about one defender.
Correct.
The rule of thumb is your weak side help, make them make an extra pass, and right now we're letting them get to the hole, and nobody's there to back up the on-ball defender, and that has got to change if this score is going to change.
And the poor defense has obviously led to Ventura College 3 players already in double figures.
And most of them layups.
Yes, exactly right. I would say they've only hit a few three-pointers at most.
Yeah, they've only hit from the perimeter a couple times. I didn't do a shot chart, but, yeah, they're getting their points in the paint. Absolutely.
They're dominating with that. On the offensive side for Hancock, Kaylee Robertson-Mack leading the way with 9. As we started off the game, we said that Robertson-Mack and India Dowling-Green are the dynamic duo for Hancock. Dowling-Green only has 2 points. So we need her definitely to start to find it in herself to kind of pick up the slack a little bit. Kaylee Robertson has a few misses here and there, but she's had a lot of opportunities.
Right. Well, and back to India Dowling, I mean, again, that kid has gotten to the rim during times where I thought, well, I'm not sure why she's going through all those defenders, but she does have a talent for it. It just hasn't worked out for her in the first half, but I'm confident in the second half she'll show up with the same ferociousness again, and hopefully things will start falling for her.
Right. We definitely need a scorer's mentality. It'd be amazing if we can get somebody outside of Robertson-Mack and Dowling-Green to light it up for maybe 6 to 8 points in this quarter, maybe get 15 or the second half. I'd love to see Cheyenne Attell, Giselle Calderon take the aggressiveness, attack, and try to offset the Ventura College team. All right, we'll be back in just a few seconds for the start of the second half. All right, and we're back in action. Calderon brings it up. Branham takes the ball off the pick and roll over to Robertson. Mack swinging it around the outside, trying to set him up here, use some speed, athleticism. Coach Smith absolutely at halftime must have talked about the offense moving the ball more, because we've made it about 5 or 6 passes. Poor pass, poor entry pass down low by Calderon. Alexis Howery brings it around to LeBrun to McKenzie.
You know, momentum is a huge factor in any basketball game, and when you've got turnovers and defense that's not quite getting the job done.
Step through and a foul. They're going to catch Dowling Green on the foul to Tiernan Phillips. How heartbreaking it is to go through a halftime. You probably set up that offensive set or talked about it multiple times, probably drew it up on the board, and then you come out with a turnover. As a coach, I'm sure you have to be like, didn't we just do this?
Yeah. Yeah, and it happens a lot.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's just part of coaching. You can chalk the best play up, but, you know, the best play in the world, and at the end of the day, if there's trouble executing.
At the end of the day, they're human, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't control everything. All right, Calderon brings it up. Fake the pick and roll. Dowling Green up top, swings it around to Calderon. Calderon squares up. We're seeing good ball movement, and you can see they're definitely trying to get down to Robertson. Mack, beautiful play as she gets bounced around like a pinball.
All right, so we're going to pick him up early.
Absolutely. Seems to be passing around the outside and then just trying to get it down to Robertson. Mack down low. Smart play, beautiful pass by Coble to Tiernan Phillips, and they're going to catch her with a travel.
I think Ventura does a good job of adjusting to the defense we're trying to throw at him.
And we said this coach has been here for a long time, correct?
Oh, yeah. Ned Mercedes, he's been coaching at Ventura College, has had very successful teams over the years, state tournament final teams.
Wow.
He's had a great coaching career. He does a good job.
Steady would be the word. Probably doesn't get too high, too low, just very chill.
Oh, I've seen him go out of his mind when things aren't going well.
All right, I guess not.
Oh, yeah.
Still got a little bit of fire in him. Okay. Cheyenne Attell, and it's going to be missed. Long-range bomb.
That's that bomb you were talking about her making at Orchid Academy.
She took that shot. I'm like, oh, that's a normal shot. I've seen it many times. She made quite a few of them, though, in high school. I do remember. Definitely some showstoppers. All right, LeBrun picks it up, swings it all the way across to Alexis Howery, swinging it back around. And Coble's going to start to back down Robertson Mack. Whoa. Try to do a little dream shake there. It didn't work.
So India stepped up and helped on that drive.
Beautiful job by Dowling Green. I think Coach Smith, I'm sure, as you said, talked about the help side defense, stepping in, helping out her man.
Well, and I think this press they put on helped, kill the clock a little bit.
Inbounds to Phillips. Elbow jumper, missed. Rebound, Robertson Mack kicks it out to Mallory Branham. See if we can get a little bit of speed, a little bit of action in this game, some excitement, get the crowd into it. There we go, Mallory Branham up and in. Exactly the kind of thing we need. If you're going to play at home, the whole purpose is get the crowd into the game. All right, now we got a little bit of full court press. Ventura College breaks it, and Mallory goes to the rack and gets fouled.
Shy did a good job stepping up and helping on the drive. I think maybe that was part of their halftime chat.
Excellent job. Cheyenne Attell seems a little bit lame coming up there. Pass to McKenzie. She's going to miss it. Three ball is no good by Howery. Rebounded by Branham. Branham's got eyes on Robertson Mack. I think she missed her up court. You can tell Robertson Mack's a little bit frustrated there. Ball down low. Kaylee Robertson spin move. You would have loved to have seen her just square up. Kenzie brings it up the court. You can see her eyeing it up. Is she going to drive it right or left? It's almost like she's just like a predator deciding which way am I going to go? How am I going to take them? Elbow jumper. Phillips gets stuffed by India Dowling Green. That's a play, a defensive tackle would have made. And it's excellent defense by Robertson Mack. And they're going to call it Ventura College. Obviously, impressive defense by Kaylee Robertson. She has to be she gives away a huge amount of size to Coble, and she stood strong.
Yeah, she did a great job. Her on-ball defense, and then right before that, India's on-ball defense. I'm guessing they emphasized defense in the locker room at halftime.
I'm going to guess. Absolutely. I'm sure many words were said, but I'm sure defense was said probably the most. Hand off to Maggie Perez. Oh, backdoor cut to Cheyenne Attell, and she's going to get fouled. Beautiful pass by Maggie Perez.
That was a nice read by Shy to go backdoor.
Absolutely. Every time I see a backdoor play, I always think of Princeton University. Remember Princeton with Pete Carrill?
Oh.
The backdoor was always a part of their way. All right, Cheyenne Attell is going to step up to the line for 2 shots. Just above 60% of the game for the Bulldogs here with their free throws. Only taken 5 so far. Love to see us get to the rack a little bit more and try to get fouled. Get some easy points here. Down 14, just under 5.5 to go in the quarter. Pass down low to Salazar. She's going to miss. Dowling Green. She's got eyes. She's going to go coast to coast. Calderon steps back, tries the jumper, and she's going to get it knocked away by Tiernan Phillips. Salazar kicks it up to Olivia Wynn. And Ventura College is going to survive. Go for the pick and roll. LeBrun drives to the lane, kicks it outside. It's going to be taken away by Robertson Mack. She's going coast to coast. Is she going to keep it? She kicks it out wide. Perez passes up the 3. Cheyenne Attell lines it up. Kicks it around to Perez. Poor pass by Tell. You can see Perez wants to get that shot off.
I think they did a good job, though, making a good decision, pulling it back out. They didn't exactly have numbers on that.
Oh, beautiful spin move. And Kaylee Robertson's going to get fouled. Put her in the spin cycle. Kaylee Robertson is amazingly athletic. Knowing her at Orchid Academy, she was volleyball, basketball, softball. There really is nothing she can't do physically.
She is a great athlete.
Absolutely. I definitely see Division I possibilities for her.
I think she's a little undersized for Division I to be playing a post. I'd like to see her develop her perimeter skills in the offseason.
And get a little more outside, especially with today's game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. All right, starting to chip away at this lead a little bit, down to 13. As you said, the press coming on.
Yeah, I like what this press is doing for us.
Perez reaches in, and they're going to get Maggie Perez with the reach-in foul. As a coach, did you have a sort of a calling card on defense, or did you always adjust every year to the players on your team as far as their style?
You have to adjust to the personnel on your team. I used to spend a lot of time with scouting reports, and because coaching at University of Utah, that was the game. That's great transition.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. Kaylee Robertson Mack connects with Giselle Calderon. Beautiful pass.
But what I think is important defensively is the basics.
And way to go with the basics. You're exactly right. We forgot about Salazar in the backcourt. She'll go up and under for the bucket. Lead back to 13. Calderon drives right, hands off to Tell. Tell drives the lane, up and under, tries to get fouled. Rebound by Salazar. Salazar kicks it up to Wynn, and Wynn's going to drive and get blocked. Calderon flings it across to Maggie Perez. Is she going to step up for the three? Tile, beautiful
nice
pass.
Passing. Well, they took care of the ball.
It's impressive. They did a great job with that. Now the question is, can we put the ball in the hole? We got to find someone to get that offensive vibe going, that rhythm. Or pass by Maggie Perez, and they're going to get Giselle Calderon on a foul coming up from behind. It's always heartbreaking when you're coaching and you see your team like, all right, I feel good, I think we got this. And then they get a little bit sloppy, and then one foul or one mistake becomes two, becomes three.
Momentum. That's the momentum of a game.
Exactly right. That's exactly why you have to love basketball. You see NBA games where teams are down 30, the next thing you know, they're within 2, and you're like, wait a second, what just happened?
My opinion in the NBA is they don't play defense.
That is very true. When you got Steph Curry, you might just like, just shoot it. Just go ahead, man.
I take that back. They played defense in the very last moments of the national championship, Game 7 of the game.
Exactly right. They're just pacing themselves. There's the word. I'm pacing myself. I'm sure Coach Dana Smith would love it if someone said, Coach, I'm pacing myself in the first quarter.
Here we go.
Yes. Oh, big steal. Robertson Mack.
2-on-1.
Love to see her just take it all the way. Beautiful play. You could tell she had it at about half court where she could have passed it, but she was smart. She didn't force it. Jump shot is good. Beautiful play by her. For a freshman, very intelligent. She didn't force it, especially nowadays when you see a lot of these players drive the lane and they're expecting to get fouled.
Giselle got a hand on it.
Outstanding job by Calderon. She's had a couple of steals tonight. Been a real pest defensively, doing a real good job.
I really like how hard that she plays.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Giselle Calderon will get in your face and be tough as nails. She won't back down from many people. Backdoor cut. Hand off to Perez. Perez gets to the lane. Oh, almost a beautiful play by Maggie Perez. And she's going to step up to the line. Earlier in the game, I gave Maggie Perez the nickname the microwave. And I did it last call, too. I don't think anybody understood what it was. If you know the bad boy Pistons of the late 80s. Do you remember?
I was a Lakers fan of the 80s.
Oh, all right. So
I'm all about the Kurt Rambis, the Byron Scott.
The bad boy Pistons had their sixth man. His name was Vinnie Johnson. They called him the microwave because he could heat up off the bench instantly. He didn't need to warm. He didn't need to get going. It was instant heat.
I'm glad you broke that down for me because
Yes.
I really was not sure what you meant by that.
Exactly. I felt it last call I made too. I'm like, I don't think anybody knows what I'm talking about. All right, the ball back in the hands of Sam McKenzie. Oh, and they're going to double team her. Smart play, trying to offset that speed. Strength against speed. Looked like she pulled her
looks
leg.
like she traveled.
That's what I thought. Hand off to McKenzie. Maggie Perez. That's a tough call for Maggie Perez. Coming off the bench, she's more of a shooter, a decent defensive player. You cannot ask her to go man-to-man on Sam McKenzie. All right, they're going to bring Perez out and bring Mack right back in. Free throw is good by Sam McKenzie. So far this year, who have you seen from another school who's been really impressive? Anybody that really sticks out to you?
I mean, I watch a lot of games, and there's a lot of great talent in our conferences. I mean, right now, I can't think of any one individual off the top of my head. Cuesta, they were a great three-point shooting team.
Right.
Mar Park, they're always a very well-coached team with a lot of great athletes.
I called that game last week, and I'll never forget that. I must have said Rebecca Sadoff's name a million times because she could drive the lane and shoot. That was impressive. And I could see kind of Sam McKenzie has that athleticism just like her. Maybe not the jump shooting skill set, but Robertson gets the board, knocked away by McKenzie. 1:25 left in the third quarter.
Well, it should be nice if we could get this deficit down to single digits.
We've chipped away at it. We've taken 5 points off this lead. Would be huge, I'm sure, for Coach Smith. You've got to think this is a win if you can get this to single digits before the end of the quarter. Hand off to Calderon. Going all the way across to Tell. There we go, 3-point shot. That's what they wanted.
That's
Bang
it.
from the outside, Giselle Calderon.
They did a very good job executing on offense.
You could absolutely see that was perfectly set up. I don't think Coach Smith could have asked for it any better. I don't think you could have done it better even if there was no one else out in the court.
We need to make sure we get this defensive stop.
Absolutely. Any points at this point would be a huge discouragement. This would be huge to get a stop and maybe another 3. Then you're really feeling good. Salazar goes through the 2, and I spoke too soon. Bucket is good by Leslie Salazar. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Calderon brings it up. Seems like the same play, just the other way. Robertson takes it to the rack and out of bounds. I think that's going to come too, as you said, with this offseason work, for Kaylee to shoot that with her left hand. You could tell the ball kind of got hit, and she kind of couldn't get it off with her right hand.
Well, she's kind of off balance, and I think maybe she forced that a little bit.
Coming up on 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Get the ball in the hands of Calderon. Calderon drives the lane. Ann's going to lose control of it. 5 seconds, and it's Sam McKenzie. If there is one person that can cover half court to the goal in less than 2 seconds, it's going to be Sam McKenzie. All right, and the bucket is good. 52-39. Hancock makes up a few points here at the half. We'll come back with the fourth quarter. And here we go at the start of the fourth quarter. Ventura College swings it around to the corner. Salazar drives the baseline, kicks it wide out to Elena Ferrara. Ferrara, some fancy moves there with the ball, and Salazar very tough down low. Oh, here we go. We got a 3-on-2 fast break. India Dowling Green. Oh, what a beautiful take. Just a little bit strong. Robertson Max going to get the board in the Oh, thank goodness. I thought Dowling Green was injured.
Yeah, she took that ball strong and hard to the hole. It just didn't work out.
And that was a dynamic take. That is not an athletic move that you see a lot of people can do. That was almost effortless, too. All right, the Bulldogs are going to reset. Calderon making the call. Cheyenne Attell kind of open there on the outside corner there. Branham's coming around. Cheyenne Attell, long, no good. Big rebound by Robertson Mack. She's going to get it ripped away. I think we see a lot, especially in the high school games that I go to, boys and girls, especially here, the bigs will get the board and they'll bring the ball down instantly and try to dribble with it instead of keeping it up high.
Big mistake.
Yes. Always work on those outlet passes for the bigs, getting the fast break going. All right, Ferrara feeds down low. Good defensive play by Giselle Calderon, kicking the ball away. One of my personal favorites when I was playing. Love to kick
the ball.
Oh, and just being annoying. Just make you think a little bit. We're all annoying. I might as well do it in basketball. All right, Mackenzie's going to take the point. Kind of a mismatch here with her on Branham. They're going to need some help, and that's where Calderon's going to come up, gets backed for the help. Phillips tries to scoop underneath. And they're going to get the Bulldogs with the foul. Bucket is good by Tiernan Phillips. And that's going to be the third foul on Nydia Dallin Green, but we are in the middle of the fourth quarter, so it's probably not that big a deal. Coach Smith is going to let it ride. And we take it out. Down by 15. At this point in the game now, you're almost going to have to be forced for the defense to start taking chances, creating turnovers. And that's going to put Mallory Branham up at the line. Branham had a big three earlier in the game. Love to see her catch fire one more time. Is there any point here, if you were Coach Dana Smith, of calling a timeout at this point and almost resetting and saying, guys, this is our last big run? Do you feel it's a little bit too early to kind of put that message out there that we have?
Yeah, I mean, they came. I mean, look, I think she just called the timeout.
Okay,
She must have heard you talking.
Seeing? I'm a smart guy sometimes. Sometimes. So if you are Dana Smith, what would you be saying right now?
Well, it's hard to know. You know, she knows her players. She knows her personnel. I think some of the basics, you know, they came out great off of the halftime. They did some great things in the third quarter defensively. I think they need to find their niche here in the fourth quarter. I think they found a niche in the third. And like I said, to me, this is a game of momentum. So, you know, they need to figure out how to get the ball in the hole and make a defensive stop and do that a couple times in a row. And then I think, you know, maybe they'll see some daylight.
Absolutely.
Shooters get their rhythm back.
In your opinion, out of the people that we have in our team, who would you put out there? Like, who would be the five you would put out there to press, create havoc, and just
I think
just the ultra athletic five?
I think the five she's got out there right now, those are the right five.
Those are the right five.
Yeah,
okay.
I think she gets some great things from her personnel coming off the bench. With these five right here, I think can do some great things. You got a couple of three-point shooters in Mallory Branham and Giselle. Nydia Dowling can take the ball to the hole. They've got a lot of weapons.
And that's the start. Great call, Kim. Right down to Nydia Dowling Green in the paint, one-handed turnaround jumper. Hopefully it's the start of something. As you can see, definitely they're already pressing once again. Sam McKenzie goes right through the press. Kaylee Robertson's got to go, go, go. Any advantage they can get. Branham sets up. I think she missed her shot there. 8 minutes left in the game. It's tough to be a little bit too picky. You almost got to get these shots up.
Well, but sometimes one pass, one shot is not the right thing to do, because if you miss, getting back on defense is an issue that early in a possession.
Calderon lets it fly, and it's a little bit short. Rebound by Robertson Mack.
Yeah.
And she had to take that one. Shot clock violation. Sam McKenzie takes the ball back. Swings it over to Daphne LeBrun. Beautiful pass to Coble, back around. Ventura College almost playing keep away here. Wow, beautiful runner in the lane. You don't see that skill set too much anymore. Kind of old school, coming across with a little hook shot.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Exactly, the sky hook. I wish we could do that anymore. I got to think kids today probably don't like that, the hook shot kind of.
I'm not even sure they teach that anymore.
They probably don't. I got to think it's because maybe it doesn't look cool.
But it is cool. It's hard to defend.
Kind of like Rick Barry with the underhanded free throws. The guy made like 95%, but it doesn't look cool. I think Shaquille O'Neal might have benefited from doing something like that. And Coble's free throws are good. Lead gets pushed back to 15. Maggie Perez coming in for Branham. Calderon, a little crossover, gets to the rack, and they're going to draw the foul.
I think they're going to be able to create some opportunities. They keep spreading the floor like they are.
Right. And Calderon is deceptively athletic. There's no doubt about it. And that was a beautiful crossover move, going right to left, getting to the hole. Would have loved to have seen it a little bit earlier in the game, but still very impressive. Free throw comes up just a little bit short. And Calderon's going to miss them both. Rebound by Alexis Howery. See that backside really starting to move now. Calderon all over the place, so is Dallin Green. Ooh, bad pass. Oh, man, what a play. Daphne LeBrun, beautiful pass to Tiernan Phillips. Got to think VC's almost in their San Francisco 49ers offense where it's just like a 15-play drive that just sucks the life out of you. They're holding the ball and just taking only the good shots.
With 1 second left on the shot clock, we should be able to force a turnover right here.
All right, and it's a three-point miss, and Robertson's going to get the rebound, kick it out to Shina Tell. Tell putting the pedal to the metal. Calderon lines it up, feeds it down low to Dallin Green, slices down the middle, and she's going to get fouled. Outstanding vision by Calderon to see Dallin Green, and the key part is Dallin Green reacted quickly and didn't let the defense reset. Love to see India Dallin Green pick it up here. Only 4 points in this game, far below her averages. And she'll make the first.
Well, you can bet Ventura College has got an in-depth scouting report on our personnel. You know, by this time in the season, you know, the coaches have done a really good job of scoping out who their opponents are going to be.
Absolutely. They've done a good job on her. I have to assume they think we can't stop both Robertson, Mack, and her. Let's pick one and hope we do what we have to do. And now you see him start to spread this court out. Maybe not the Dean Smith four corners offense, but it's pretty close. Beautiful pass, and it's going to be missed.
The weak side help. It came kind of late, but it came.
Right. Ventura College is holding on to the ball, killing time, but they're not capitalizing. They're leaving little spots open for the Bulldogs. Now, the only problem is we're not totally taking those shots.
Yeah, we're a little stagnant on offense here in this possession.
Oh, beautiful spin move to come back around. Calderon, pass to Robertson, Mack, and it's going to be missed. That's the kind of athletic play I love to see out of Giselle Calderon. I would love to see more of that playmaker attitude. Jump shot taken by Phillips, and it gets her on a rebound and puts it back in. I remember seeing Giselle Calderon since she played at Orchid Academy since her freshman year. Is she as a dynamic 30-point-a-game scorer? No, but somebody who absolutely can fill it up and do 15 a game, 6 or 7 rebounds, 6 or 7 assists. Kind of a do-it-all kind of player. Rebound by Salazar. Swing it up top to LeBron, and once again, they're going to back out, take their time. Wow. That was impressive stuff. How do you stop that? You really can't.
Well, I don't know. As a coach, I would say you need to make more effort trying. I think we're not moving our feet on
Correct.
defense.
I got to believe there's just not many people like her that can drive the lane like that that they see on a daily basis or in these games. I mean, that's impressive. That's India Dowling Green going to the rack. All right, Robertson Mack takes it in off the inbounds, backs up. Coming up on 4 minutes left to play, down by 18. It's starting to get out of their hands a little bit. Calderon to Branham. Branham lets it go at the shot clock violation. No good. Ventura College pushes it up the floor. Oh, beautiful play. So impressed with Ventura College's passing, as you mentioned earlier. They're such a disciplined team.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah. Alexa Coble with the bucket one more time. Coble is up to 15 points already, so she's already hit her numbers. Calderon lining them up. Pick and roll with Robertson Mack. Love to see Kaylee make that decision quicker, take that shot or move it.
Oh.
And there's the shot clock. And I think that's going to come to maybe next year with her comfort with the offense too. I don't know if do you think it's practice? Do you think it's just confidence and as soon as she gets it, I'm going, I'm making a move?
Well, it's hard. It's hard to know. When your entire team feels a little bit stale offensively, to just be able to turn it on like that.
Yeah. LeBron drives the lane, kicks it out to the right side to Mowry, and the three ball is good. Alexis Howery. And Branham's going to pick it up. Back up the court. 2.5 minutes to go. Wow, Giselle Calderon, a one-handed fadeaway, or a one-legged fadeaway from the baseline.
That was a nice look.
That is amazing. Calderon is so athletic. I would just love to see more of it. And the three ball is missed, but the rebound by Coble. And Mackenzie gets another rebound, and she's going to get fouled. I think this is the kind of thing that has to set off Coach Smith and drive her nuts. To have an amazing play by Calderon like that, then you come down and give up 2 or 3 rebounds.
Yeah.
It's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing tonight.
That's frustrating.
Yes.
And it's frustrating for the players, too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, it's worse for them, obviously. Because they got to deal with it. And more than likely, they're the ones probably running the suicides the next day because of it. Jump shot is missed by LeBron. All right, Ventura's going to keep the ball. Down low to Coble. Coble back out to Howery. LeBron drives the middle and kicks it out wide. Salazar for 3. No good. Shot clock violation. 1.5 minutes to go.
It'd be nice to see them get a couple of good shots so they can walk away feeling good about, a few things.
Would you be the kind of coach that might call a timeout now and kind of reinforce that? Be like, guys, here's our goal for the last 90 seconds. Three ball is missed by Branham.
Yeah, I think there's always lessons to be learned no matter what the score is.
Ball tipped around.
And then sometimes as a coach, you just want it to be over.
Yeah.
That's just honest,
That's
right?
Just get out of here. Just don't prolong it.
But I see she's got some of her bench personnel getting some minutes, and that'll be meaningful. Maybe later on in the season when she needs to go to her bench for key things.
Correct. Phoebe Becerra just stepped in. Yuridia Ramos just stepped in as well. She has not played yet tonight. Ramos passes into Branham under 1 minute. Branham kicks it out wide to Maggie Perez. Perez, jump shot is no good. Kicks it back out. Beautiful hustle play, and a one-handed runner is no good. A rebound by Danny Henley. Oh, Robertson Mack, she's not quitting. Love that attitude. That's the kind of thing Coach Smith, I'll guarantee, is going to show him on the videotape tomorrow. Like, look, my freshman didn't quit. None of us can afford to quit. Hand off to Branham. She's going to line up from deep, and it's no good. A rebound by Henley. 20 seconds left to go in the game. And I love that Yuridia Ramos is still giving the energy. Good for her.
Well, I definitely don't think we are a team that's – I think we can do better the next time we play Ventura, certainly.
And that's going to do it. Ventura College coming in at 13-7 takes down the 11-10 Bulldogs 67-44. So, Kim, any last thoughts? Ventura College, their excellence, Bulldogs, things to work on?
I think just to reiterate, I think we'll obviously have another stab at them, and when we come out to play them again, now kind of like what I was saying, Ventura, they've got the score behind them, years of a successful program, and that can be intimidating. Anytime a Ventura College walks in the gym, they've got a kind of an aura about them, right? And so, and I think sometimes our student athletes might, I don't know, maybe like deer in headlights at times.
Right. Their name is worth a few points almost, you could say.
Right. So, but now they're not an insurmountable task, and I think we can play better with them the next time around. But we gotta figure out the deal with the turnovers. We've got to solve that.
Right. So if you were Coach Smith, if you were game planning for this next game, knowing what you just saw, what would be your number one thing you're telling the kids on the scouting report, getting ready for the next time you play Ventura?
Well, I feel like I would be repeating myself, but their weak side defense was better in the second half. They need to put that effort in both halves, and they need to take care of the basketball. I would also say offensively, some of the drives we made looked a little bit forced. At times we were a little stagnant on offense, and so, those are tough lessons to learn when the score is what it is.
At the end of the day, too, obviously I don't know as much as Coach Smith, but if our offense isn't as good in the half-court set, maybe we just go crazy on defense and allow the defense to create offense, so to speak.
Absolutely. And again, it's a game of momentum. And I think when you're having trouble on the offensive end of the floor and you do some good things on defense, that'll help it on the offensive end of the floor.
Absolutely. All right. Well, folks, final score 67-44. Ventura College takes it. Kim, it was a joy to work with you for the first time.
Oh, this was super fun. Thanks for having me.
I think we're about to start our own dynamic duo. Forget Robertson Mack and Dallin Green. I think Virgin Ensing is going to be up there with Madden Summerall and
well,
all
hopefully
the
Shelby will keep me working.
Yes, absolutely. You don't mess with Shelby Smith. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for chiming in. Once again, final score at Ventura College 67, Hancock Bulldogs 44. We'll see you next time.